Hundreds and perhaps even thousands of people are expected to be in attendance today for the state funeral of former Mississauga Mayor Hazel McCallion, who died 2 weeks ago. Among those speaking will be Ontario's Lieutenant Governor Elizabeth Dowdeswell, Premier Doug Ford, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and former Prime Minister Jean Chrétien. Toronto Mayor John Tory was supposed to speak, but has now declined given his recent resignation announcement. And Nick, you've been outside the Paramount Fine Food Centre all morning long, but this arena is a fitting site for the celebration of life, given Hazel's popularity and just how much she was loved by everyone she touched.
Well, certainly the popularity and legacy indeed, Jen, but also, of course, how much she built up the city of Mississauga as well. You got to keep that in mind, right? I mean, effectively, the Paramount Fine Food Centre, it really is sort of emblematic, really, of how much Hazel did here. Now, of course, she was really driven, very outspoken, and obviously very community-oriented, not only in her time as mayor, but also beyond. And those are no doubt going to be themes that we're going to be here represented at former Mississauga Mayor Hazel McCallion's state funeral, which is getting underway this morning at 11 o'clock. Now, Hurricane Hazel certainly lived a life that reflected her belief in progress and, of course, the human spirit, and she did it with a genuine love for people and life. Now, as much as Hazel McCallion also had vision, drive, and, of course, a no-nonsense approach to matters of serious business, she also really had a great way with people, not afraid to engage in a smile or a laugh or even a selfie, drop in on a friend or a stranger to cheer them up or maybe even offer them some advice or even just, quite frankly, get to know them. But her political strength, her stamina, her character, it famously got her noticed to be sort of, renowned U.S. TV host Regis Philbin, having a number of encounters with him over the years, including appearing on his show in New York City in 2009. A remarkable moment that was. Of course, one of the activities that would bring a smile to McCallion's face was hockey. An accomplished player herself, she made money in her early years playing hockey for $5 a game in Montreal. It's a sport she always promoted, especially among women, well into her later years. And that really is the perfect segue to bring in Fran Ryder, a very close friend, president, of course, of the Ontario Women's Hockey Association. Fran, thanks for being here with us this morning as we get set to remember Hazel McCallion. We've had a couple of weeks now to sort of reflect on her legacy and what she meant. What have those 2 weeks been like for you, and what have you been thinking the most about?
It's been tough. It's been tough. I want to get past the past last weeks of her life and onto the vibrant, wonderful, happy woman she was that led this world because of her love of people, because of her love of wanting every person's life to be stronger, and because of wanting the world to be stronger.
Fran, I understand that you actually moved into her house in her sort of final days here. Could you tell us just a little bit about the strength Hazel showed? Because we heard it was incredible.
Hazel was a realist. She accepted what was happening to her and dealt with what the card she'd been dealt. But, she was very, very much comforting us. As she went through the various stages of her illness, she was strong, she was powerful. She'd see some wonderful people and be energized. Oftentimes we thought, well, maybe we should cancel the people coming in because she's not feeling that well. As soon as she got talking about how to make Mississauga stronger, Ontario stronger, and Canada stronger, she got the adrenaline flowing, and she was very vibrant, really excited, and back into the old Hazel. Like there were some ups and downs there, but she truly was an amazing, strong supporter throughout those times.
A fighter all the way, indeed. That's really a wonderful thing to hear, Fran. I also want to talk about her impact on women's hockey. The drive that you and Hazel shared, of course, in getting women's hockey the acknowledgement and respect that it deserves, getting it into the Olympics. What has that meant, and what kind of conversations you've had around that over the last couple of weeks? Because when we last spoke, we talked about maybe somehow recognizing what Hazel did.
Oh, she did amazing things. I was so honored to meet her through hockey. We became close friends, and we shared the vision of the Olympic dream, which at that time was the impossible dream. But, it was accomplished, and what that did is it gave the Canadians a voice. It gave the world a voice. It made stronger people in all countries where sometimes women don't have the opportunities. There's now 40 countries that have women's hockey, and those people are not great athletes. They're leaders in their countries, and they're showing that women have a strong voice and that hockey has a strong place. The other thing that's very, very powerful is that the funeral is in this building. Hazel was so proud of Mississauga, so proud of building the Hershey Centre at that time, which is the Paramount Centre, and so proud to bring the 2000 Worlds to Mississauga, where we won the gold medals.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment indeed. But how How did it get done? I mean, without the strength of Hazel, without you as well, Fran, how did women's hockey elevate? Like, what was going on behind the scenes? What was it that enabled it to happen?
Well, the players were always good. Like when Hazel played in 1940, she was good. When the Preston and Stratford teams played in the 30s, there was always really strong women's hockey, but it's a well-kept secret. And then in the 60s and 70s and the modern day era, the players were even stronger. Without a support network, they were amazing. Hazel recognized that. Hazel recognized the players. You know, we had a lot of goals we wanted to do, a lot of events we wanted to run. We didn't have the money. We had the enthusiasm, and we had Hazel's voice. And when Hazel spoke, people listened, and she managed to get women's hockey into every speech, every talk, everywhere she went, she spoke about it. And you know, we knew we had a winning combination. And when we set out to do the 87 World Tournament, we had Hazel as the honorary chair. It was set to succeed, right, with her leadership.
Well, Fran, thank you so much for all these memories. We've been running a clip actually earlier today of Hazel talking about her 99th birthday, how she was dropping the puck for a Steelheads game here at that time. It really is, like you said, representative of what she did for women's hockey. Thank you again so much. Really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.